Okay, so I think we're ready to go here. The Smog Singers, of course, will go first. So let's draw our first AI card for them. We've got the Smell of Trust. It's an advanced card. Love starting off with an advanced card. Pick target, closest threat. So we're going to do this for each of them. All right, so let's see. We'll just go around like this. By the way, the Scout is the monster controller. So if the Scout gets targeted, they will gain an insanity. I chose that at random. All right, so the closest threat for this one is definitely Christian up here. Intimidate target. The Smog Singer full moves towards the target and throws itself. So full move towards the target and then throws itself on its back, knocking itself down. And so knocking itself down, I'm assuming that actually means it's knocked down. And exposing a strong scented patch of fur on its otherwise smooth underside. The smell makes you certain you must kill this monster. Roll a d10. If the result is less than or equal to your guilt token, suffer the frenzy brain trauma. Well, I have... Oh, this is a fantastic one to start with because I have 0 guilt tokens. I have 0 guilt tokens, all right? So I don't have to roll. I mean, because it has to be equal to or less than. All right, and so then this one, again, closest threat... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's one of these two. We'll let it be the Scout. So the Scout gains an insanity, which gives her her first insanity. All right, and let's see. They have move 6, correct? Yes, move 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These little things that that stick off are very, very fragile. So, all right, and then this one obviously is going to go here. Well, that won't really work for him. For them, for her. The gender of the Smog Singers is fairly nebulous, as they're probably females though. Probably her. All right, so there we go. That worked out pretty well. Somebody let me know if I'm misinterpreting how that's supposed to work. So initially, I was very excited that these guys came and laid down in front of me on their own and then attacked because I was like, wow, that means I'm going to have an entire round with them down. No, I forgot. Monsters stand up at the start of the next turn, whether that turn is the monster turn or the survivor turn. So they stand right back up at the beginning of my turn. All right. So with that in mind, before they stand up, before the end of their turn, I think I'm actually going... Let's lay them back down real quick. I'm actually going to have a couple people surge because Nancy, Monica, and Amos could all surge. They don't have to dash. They're right there next. Christian doesn't have any survival. I could surge even with the Scout and do a hand-to-hand thing before the end of their turn. I'm pretty sure you can surge right there at the... Hold on, let's look this up real quick. The only time that survivors may dash or surge is during survival opportunities. Survival opportunities exist at the following times: during flows on the monster AI card, between actions on the survivor's turn, before performing reactions, after critical wound effects, or when a monster is knocked down. So, yeah, I think we could surge right here. So... And maybe, technically speaking, the surge would have happened the moment the monster knocked itself down. But either way, the effect is going to be the same. All right, so Amos is going to surge first. So that puts him at 1 survival. And he's attacking with the Bloodglass Longsword. So 2 speed, 3+ because the monster's knocked down. So we got 1 hit, all right. Got the floating back ribs. All right, the reaction doesn't matter. All that matters is a wound, because when they're knocked down, the reactions don't happen. So three strength, so we need 4+. 9. Ooh, man. No luck or anything. Okay, so just the wound, not the crit. All right, so that's 1 wound, though. All right, so then let's... I mean, I'm a little hesitant because Nancy only has 1 survival, but we're going to go ahead and surge. We take this opportunity to get some early hits. She has 3 speed. All right, 3+. That's 3 hits. We've got the undulating belly slime. That's, excuse me, first strike. The velvet back is also first strike. And the downy throat. All right, so opening its mouth in a silent scream, the monster engulfs you in overwhelming smog. Reroll your successful hits from its attack with -2 accuracy. Well, the -2 accuracy isn't going to matter because they're knocked down, and there's no you can't change the 3. You can't make it better or worse. It's always 3+ when they're knocked down. So we just have to get 3s again. We're good there. We're good there. And we're good there. All right. So now let's see. The velvet back here, that says the monster attempts to communicate with you. It turns to face you and pain spews from its mouth. Suffer monster level vibration damage. So that's Nancy. So she will take a light wound everywhere. Oh, no. A light wound to her arms, waist, and legs. Her body has armor that absorbs it, and her head's armor goes down to 2. All right, so she's still standing. No big issue there. All right, and now, though, we can try to wound all this. So undulating belly slime. 4, we're good, because she's attacking with 3, so that is a wound, just barely, but it's a wound. All right, the velvet back. 5 is a wound. And the downy throat. Oh, a 1. That's a miss. Okay. All right. Well, we got 2 wounds out of it, so that's good. And now the question is, do we use our scout to do this as well? And I think so. I think we take the shot, because I think we take the shot. All right. So the scout, Monica here, she is fist and tooth, so she's rolling 2 dice, 3+. Whoa. If those had been wound rolls, they'd both be crits, because fist and tooth has +1 luck. Instead, we've got the smoggy liver, and we've got the forlorn face. All right. So we'll do the liver first. Oh my God, it's a miss. And by the way, this needs to be a 7 or better, because 0 strength. And then with the forlorn face, 2 1s. Are you kidding? That was a 1 when I rolled it. Okay. Well, good job wasting your survival, Monica. You've been a huge help. And the only let's see. Okay, so now it goes into the survivor's turn. Monsters stand up. All right, so let's see. I think we will have the survivors. Do we have Monica make another attack, or does Monica just start backing up out of there? Last thing I'd want is for her to get caught up in some sort of reaction that does some serious damage to her. You know, while she's here, let's go ahead. She'll do 1 more attack, and then she'll start backing up, and she could end like over here to try to mine that in a minute. Okay. All right, so Monica's going to attack. Again, fist and tooth. So we're looking at 2 speed. Now it's going to be 8+ accuracy now. All right, so we got one hit. The flat nose. If you have 7+ guilt tokens, we don't, so don't worry about that. All right, no reaction, so that's good. Just a critical wound possibility. And so she's going to need 7+ to wound, because she has no strength. Oh, and a 1, so it's nothing. All right. And then she'll go ahead and move 1, 2, 3. That's not obstructing, right? No, it's not. All right, on her next turn, she'll mine that. All right, so then let's see. You know what? Let's have Amos go next. All right, we'll have Amos. Oh wait, you know what we forgot to do? We should have some guilt tokens from the wounds because we dealt a number of wounds last time, right? We dealt 3 wounds, so there should be 3 guilt tokens out here. Completely forgot to put that down. Give me a second. I'm going to... Actually, let's finish the survivor's turn right now. If the guild tokens come up, then I will stop recording. I'll go back and figure out who needs the guild tokens. Otherwise, I'll just get the guild tokens on here before the monsters begin their turn. Okay. All right, so Amos is going to go. He, again, has a blood glass sword, long sword, so 2 speed. 6... Actually, let's get... You know what? Let's go... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And so now, instead of 6+, it'll be 5+ accuracy because we're in the blind spot. All right, we've got a perfect hit, which doesn't do anything, but it's a hit. 7th breast. It has a failure reaction. And... so now we have 3 strength, so 4 better. It's a 9. Man, I've been getting real close to some critical hits, or critical wounds, but nothing so far. All right, so 1 AI card into the wound stack. And I don't think, he only has 1 survival left, so I don't see any reason to surge right now. But he does get a guilt token, and I'm just going to be using these as guilt tokens. Who can, let's see, we can get into a blind spot here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and that is Christian. She's got the the spinning sword, so 2 speed, 7+, in the blind spot 6+. Whoa! Where are those when we're doing wounding instead of hitting? All right, so two hits. We've got the steel gas belly that is impervious and super dense. All right, so glad this is not a honed weapon. Oh no, but it's impervious, so again, I don't think that affects honed. And loving eye. If you have 7+ guilt tokens, gain +2 luck. Doing that, we don't have that. Okay, so let's do this first because this other one has a reflex. So we're gonna try to wound the loving eye. She's got 3 strength, so 4+. That's a 1. Nothing there. All right. All right, and now the impervious, super dense. So hopefully we can get a 10. Oh, we got a 10! We got a 10! Okay, so the reflex doesn't happen. So instead we've got the critical wound down here. Your attack forces a long belch out of the monster that turns wet with regurgitated Smog Singer stomach lining. Gain +1 insanity. That's gross. Gain +1 insanity. All right, so that puts Christian at 6. And then gain the monster resource gaseous belly. Oh, and Christian, of course, gets a guilt token for that. All right, so gaseous belly. There we go. It's an organ, incredibly elastic. And of course, we gotta shuffle up the monster resource deck. So now, neither of the other two can get into the blind spot, so we're not gonna worry about that. I guess we'll just, let's go and have Nancy attack right where she's at. She's using the blood glass dagger. So 3 speed. And 6+. 1 hit. Undulating tail slime. Writhing on the ground, the monster contorts into impossible shapes. Reroll your successful hits from this attack with -2 accuracy. Shit. Discard a hit location for each miss. If you have 7+ skill tokens, we don't. Okay, but we do have to re-roll. So now it was 6+, so now it's 8+ to maintain this hit. Nope, it's gone. So she can move and might as well start working her way towards a blind spot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and then we've got Marco over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Marco is attacking with the spinning sword as well. So 2 speed, 7+ accuracy. It's one hit. The Downy Gut Holding Hand. So it has a wound reaction. And we need a 4 better. All right, we've got an 8, so it's a wound. Which means Marco gets a guilt token. And that is the end of the survivor turn. So I'm going to pause for a minute and go back and rewatch to figure out who got those 3 other guilt tokens. And then we'll be back for the monster turn. Okay, so after quickly making sure I got those other 3 guilt tokens put out, where we stand right now is Christian has 1 guilt token. Nancy has 2 guilt tokens. Let's see, Marco has 1 and Amos has 2. And remember, at 3 guilt tokens are considered guilty. Doesn't automatically do anything, but there are going to be AI cards and wound reactions that will have something to do with who's guilty and who's not. All right, so monster turn, which means that Marco is now the monster controller. Peace Offering, it is a harmony card, so all 3 of them will be doing it. Pick a target, the guiltiest threat. No one is guilty, so no one can be the guiltiest. So in that case, no target, Song of Smog. All right, so instinct here, Song of Smog. The monster moves 3 spaces away from as many survivors as possible and assumes a peaceful pose. So, let's see. In this case, this one would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 3 spaces away. 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. And this one would go, I guess, I'll say, because it doesn't say in a straight line. So 1, 2, 3 probably. He's getting closer to here, but he's moving away from them. And this one actually probably, well, no, you go 1, 2, 3, we'll say. I think that's pretty accurate how they do it. All right. So but I should be moving one at a time and completing the entire thing. So, all right, hold on. And assumes a peaceful pose. The monster is knocked down. If you wound a knockdown Smog Singer this round, gain an additional guilt token. Now, shouldn't they stand up though? Because that's unless this is just saying that like this is making them be knocked down for the entire round. Let me check something real quick. Well, I'm assuming that this is like an exception to the rule, and then the monster's going to stay down, because why else would you have, if you wound a knockdown Smog Singer this round, gain an additional guilt token? So they are going to lie down, all right, and we're going to gain double guilt tokens this time around, but we're going to take some shots here. So let's see. I'll have... The scout is not going to take part in this. The scout's going to move away, because now that we're getting so high in guilt tokens, so probably what's going to happen is this round I'm going to attack them all, get lots of guilt tokens. Next round is going to have to be everybody activating their song to get rid of their guilt tokens. But hopefully these guys don't do some serious damage in the next round. Yeah, so here's what we're going to do. Scout is going to... Monica's going to try to see what she can get out of this. All right, we got a 5, which... Find something shiny, gain 1 iron strange resource, and archive this terrain. And then Monica's just going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just get away. All right, so now we're going to have Amos coming in. Should I have somebody do this? What can we get from that? We could suffer brain damage and get knocked down. Nothing could happen. Then, but 8 through 10, good stuff could happen. But actually, you can heal there as well. So maybe we wait until we need some healing. Okay, yeah, we'll see. Does anybody have courage? Christian has 1. Amos has 1. Because if you roll a 10 here, then you gain an additional courage. That might be worth it. I don't know, we'll see. Right now, though, Amos is attacking this guy. Oh, wait, and last time, let's see, Amos did hit. So, accuracy training will level up in the settlement phase. Okay, so here we go. We've got 2 speed, 3+. 2 hits. Got the hood foreskin. And the fleshy armpit. All right. Your attack sinks into the delicately folded flesh that frames the monster's face. And we need a 4 better. Oh, we got a crit. We got a crit. All right, here we go. So that's a wound. Amos feels very guilty about it. It takes 2 wound tokens. So Amos is at 4 guilt right now. Critical wound. Gain 1 random monster resource. We get pink flesh. Turns a deeper pink when air dried. All right, and if you have 3+ guilt tokens, which he does, full move towards the monster. If adjacent, you yank away folds of delicate hide. All other survivors gain a guilt token from witnessing your vicious actions. Wow. So that puts Christian at 2, Nancy at 3, Marco at 2, and Monica at 1. Then archive this hit location and inflict an additional wound for every 3 guilt tokens you have. Holy crap. So this gets archived. We have 4. So 1 more wound. Which means 2 more guilt tokens. Which puts him at 6. We might have to surge and sing our song right away. But first we need to try to wound this, the fleshy armpit. An 8, so that's a wound. Alright, so now that puts us at, what, 8? Yeah, 8 guilt tokens. We are going to go ahead and surge to sing our song and get rid of these. Because I do not need Amos going down because of guilt tokens. So that's our last survival. Watch, this is going to be the one song that doesn't get rid of guilt tokens. Alright, so we've got a Song of Seething. When this is turned face up, remove all of your guilt tokens. Excellent. After the trap is resolved, full move towards the closest survivor that suffered emotional breakdown. If adjacent, choose a weapon in your gear grid to strike them with. They suffer a number of hits equal to its speed for damage equal to its speed for damage equal to its strength. Otherwise, you are knocked down and suffer frenzy. Wow. All right. So when the trap comes out, anybody who is, or the closest survivor who suffers emotional breakdown, okay, will get attacked by Amos. All right. Well, in that case, let's see. Who do we do next? Maybe we could let's attack with these two up here next. Maybe they'll end up pulling the trap, and it'll be too far away for Amos to get to them. So let's go with Nancy. 1, 2, right there. All right, and Nancy is rolling. Of course, Nancy's got 3 guilt tokens already. But you know what? I'm not going to waste the opportunity to get easy hits on these guys. All right, so she needs to roll 3 plus, 2 hits. Back of the head, downy cheek. All right. All right, I don't think it really matters which one. So we'll go after the back of the head first. 4 plus. 2. That's a miss. And then the downy cheek. That's a hit. Okay. Or wound. All right, so she gets 2 guilt tokens. So she's at 5. She doesn't have any survival, so she will spend her next turn singing her song. By the way, y'all, look at this hit location deck. This is all that's left. So the trap is coming. It is coming out very soon. We'll have 1, 2, 3. Yeah. All right, and she is attacking with the spinning sword. So 2 speed. 2 hits. The downy belly. The soft back breasts. You strike the monster before it has a chance to harden its intestines with air. If you are attacking with a heavy weapon, not. It would gain +4 strength if I was, though. Your attack strikes a row of engorged back breasts. Smog flecked with gold particles billows from the nipples. All right, so that doesn't actually do anything. So we'll hit the downy belly first. 4 plus. Miss. Or not a wound. And then the back breast. Oh my god, 2 non-wounds. What a waste. All right, so right now there are 3 AI cards left. So only 4 more wounds. But now it is the monster turn. So they're going to stand up. Let's see. Do it like this. I guess technically speaking I can have them face whatever way, but I'll face these guys. Try to minimize the chances they go after the scout. All right. And so this is the last AI card, by the way, that has not been drawn yet as well. So here we go. Acoustical Greeting. Pick target adjacent threat. All right, so we're going to start up at the top here. So either one of those. And let's see. Amos is the monster controller now. So out of those 2, does this have anything to do with guilt tokens? It doesn't look like it. It's going to be a synchronic attack, but directly in front. So only one of them is going to get hit. So which one can handle a synchronic attack the best? Potentially 2 damage. Potentially 2 damage to each location. This So Christian would get knocked down. Would have heavy wounds to most locations. Nancy, okay, definitely Christian is taking this attack, because otherwise Nancy's got a good shot at having several severe injuries. All right, so Christian's taking the hit. That means the monster's going to turn this way and attack Christian. And no survival to do anything. Okay. So 2 speed, 4+ accuracy. It's not a ranged attack, so the swords aren't going to make it increase her evasion. Ooh, 1 misses, 1 hits. Okay. All right. And all right. So 1 damage across the board. So that means Christian has 2 armor on her head now. Light injury to her arms. No armor left on the body. Light injury to the waist. Light injury to the legs. All right. So now this one is going after, let's see, adjacent target. Nope. Closest threat would be Amos. 4+. Nothing to... So 1 misses, all right, 1 hits, but so just 1 damage across the board for Amos. So he's got 2 armor on his head, 1 on his arms, 2 on his body, and 0 on his waist and legs. But the bad thing is, now this one's going to do the same thing. Oh, and they both hit, so that's 2 more vibration damage for Amos. Jesus. All right, so he's going to be knocked down because we've got a heavy wound to the legs, heavy wound to the waist, no armor left on the body, a light wound to the arms, and no armor left on the head. Whew. All right, we got to finish these guys off fast because we cannot lose Amos. And look, y'all, see, that's what I'm talking about. This is a basic attack. That's the kind of damage vibration damage can do. This looks fairly weak, but when you have it happen twice to one person, like, it can really get out of hand fast. And we still got the trap coming too, y'all. Now, Amos is knocked down. I don't think anybody has survival left. I've used all of my survival way too fast. So, let's see what happens here. We will start with Nancy up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and she's attacking with the Bloodglass Dagger. Oh, no. Nancy needs to get rid of her guilt tokens. So, hold on. Let's go back over here. Nancy's going to sing her song. She's at 5 guilt tokens, and there's a good chance that could kill her if the wrong card comes up. All right, so here. A Song of Speed. All right, so when it's turn face up, remove all of your guilt tokens. Done. Your body moves before you can think. You must spend movement before action and move as many spaces as possible without passing over the same space twice. Oh, wow. All right.